When I was going through high school, 9/11 happened. So everybody was fucking pissed. Fucking flags were flying everywhere. You have no idea what this was like. If you weren't there, you didn't get it. It was a fucking spit in the face of America. It felt like that. Every person that I grew up around was pissed. And we were going to go over there and we were going to fuck them up for this. That's what we were told. It was a lie. It was all bullshit. Bush and Cheney fucked this up. They wanted to start a war, you know. There's a lot of money in it. It's big business. Halliburton and all that crap. I had friends. We all were mad. They all joined. I mean, there must have been 15 friends of mine that joined the fucking military. I tried to join and I was too heavy and I had 2 broken knees and they wouldn't take me. And it was the biggest favor that they could have done for me, because every single one of the individuals that I just said that took off to the military came back different. Not one of them was the same person that left. They all had to kill people. They all had to go sweep houses and go fucking do shit that you don't think you're ever gonna have to do in your life. They had to be murderers when they're told it's okay to be a murderer, and we're telling them on the street here it's not. In war, it's acceptable. We get it. And I absolutely agree. It's acceptable in war. I don't look at it like murder in war. I look at it like self-defense, and you have to get home. Get home, soldier. Your family's counting on you to get back. And we want you to be safe and get home safe. I'm gonna tell you a story about my friend. My buddy went to Phantom Fury in Fallujah. He was the nicest kid when I went to high school with him. So sweet. So fucking like, if he insulted you, he felt so bad he would come back to you days later to make sure that he apologized even more. It was crushing to him. He was just the most soft-spoken, sweet, and sensitive individual I'd ever met. Then he joined the Marines. And he came out with this chip on his shoulder. And he was just like, I'm Billy Badass. I went through fucking basic training. I can fuck you up. And I was fine. I was like, all right, man. Hell yeah, fucking cool. And then he went to war. And he had to put people down. And he came back and he wasn't so cocky. He came back broken. I found him in his downstairs area just sobbing, wrapped up in a blanket in front of a heater, just sobbing, having brutal panic attacks. Panic attacks so fucking bad it actually changed his life to the point where he couldn't live a normal life. Just shaking in front of this heater, just sobbing. And I'm standing there, I'm like, you okay, bro? Because I'm compassionate and I'm caring. I'm gonna make sure you're all right. I'm not the guy that's like, buck up, pussy. Because I fucking been there. I know that's not right. And I know that people deep down need somebody there to fucking talk to. And I talked to him for fucking days. I lived at his house. He came up here and he lived at my house. Fucking weeks. My dad and I, we tried to make him better. There was no making him better. That's military, the structure, the way they do it, they break you down. They make you a slave for them. You are not yourself. You are government fucking property when you sign that paper. Like a cop has a police car, you're the police car to the government. And they'll wreck you. They don't give a fuck. You're just a chess piece on the board. And you're making pennies while they make millions. And it isn't right. It's a necessity. I do think we need a military. But I don't think the age should be 18. I think the age should be 21. Because I think you should have a few years after high school to make that decision. To get a job. To see what it's like on the outside. And then when you're 21, if you feel like it's just gotta happen, you can join. At least you're able to drink. If they're making it to where you have to be 21 to buy a gun in Washington and around some of the states, why the fuck are they not making the military 21? I just think that extra few years would help. It might diminish our fucking military down a few numbers, but I can't help but feel like that's gonna be a better thing in the end. The mental health of these men and women are absolutely bullshit. The VA hospital's laughable. I know friends that go stand at the fucking VA hospital at the line and they're just there for days damn near trying to get a fucking person to come check them. And that's what they fucking fought and slaved themselves for? That's what they fucking signed that piece of paper for? That's bullshit. That's leaving somebody behind. And they're fucking taught not to leave anyone behind. But here we are just leaving them behind because we're not taught that. We're just civvies. I'm just being whatever. I don't think there should not be a homeless veteran. We shouldn't be watching this many people hurt themselves, like dead themselves. Post-traumatic stress is a real fucking thing. We used to call it shell shock. And until you actually see somebody go through it, you're not gonna understand. It's tragic. It's demoralizing. It's bullshit. What the fuck are we fighting for? You realize that none of us control any of this, right? Again, we're on a rock, spinning out of control, and we're forced to pay rent to survive on the rock. Does nobody else see the fucking crazy bullshit here? Why the fuck would we sign up to fight for some bullshit like that? My friend that joined the military, like I was talking about, the one I found, at 30, he had a heart attack. No prior conditions in his family would ever lead anyone to think that this was going to happen. They 100% believe it was done by stress. Post-traumatic stress disorder is just you stressing yourself out to death. Stress kills. Sometimes it kills you naturally with your fucking heart, and a lot of times the person doesn't, because they can't handle it anymore. The weight of everything that they just experienced is too much. You cannot expect to put somebody in that situation and have them walk out fine. There's a guy. I know there's that old man, it's like, I don't give a fuck, I'll shoot you. And that's there are people that are just able. But we're not all the same. We're all wired different. And not everybody should be in the fucking military. All I'm saying is if you do plan on joining the military right out of high school, don't. Wait a little bit. What's 3 fucking years? Go get laid a little bit. Have a good time. Go to college. Pay some bills. Get a job. Find an apartment. At 21, if it's absolutely fucking not working and you're just, oh, fuck this. Sure, I get it. It's something to do. And I'll love you no matter what you do. Just come home safe. And when you're home, just be safe. And know that you're loved and cared for. At least by me. I mean, not everybody's going to be so fucking caring, And in life, it's going to get really rough. And if you ain't fucking ready for it, it's going to get really rough. You're going to bury people. You're going to say goodbye to people that you loved. And they're not dead. They're just not the same person anymore. And that's just it. You part ways. People change so much. They're just not the same person anymore. And then you lose that connection with them, My friend, I barely talk to him anymore. And I remember talking him off ledges for fucking years after that. Completely changed. And I blame the military for it. I blame the military for millions suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder right now.